Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. So this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to explain why this is wrong, okay? So it is not a personal take here. It is the technical thing, okay? So I'm going to talk about the technicals when they're valid or not and what we should look for. So have in mind these two pictures here. This was shared by Alessio Rastani. It's a guy that I respect, but I disagree with him. So yeah, so I'm going to explain why this is wrong, and then you guys can figure out by yourself, okay? I will remove these two pictures from the screen, but before I will read, and then I will break one and then the other, okay? Then I'm going to show you and you guys will have a better understanding. So the first one here, important. The likely wave count I am going to show in this video only carries a high probability, it's highlighted, have this in mind, as long as XRP remains above support red lines. So first thing, we only count waves that are set. So it is a lagging event, okay? It must happen, and then we are going to count the waves. But it doesn't work. It is not accurate and it is irrelevant. Do you guys see 1 and 2 here? 3 and 4, 5. So this is what they call subwaves or microwaves. I don't know. But this is not relevant. This doesn't make a proper setup or the proper way to count waves. And why? You can so try this. Pick $100,000, 100, and then you will trade 100 times based on this. When you end, you will probably be broke if you are able to end. I mean, go to the end, you know. This doesn't work, folks. There is a much simple way, much easier to understand, easier to read, Elliot Wave's theory setup or a way to do it, okay? And it doesn't involve subwaves, okay? One of the reasons it's because these things, subwaves, they are inside. So can you guys see all this action here? So everything that is inside, it's not relevant. Okay, so that's the problem with people who doesn't know how to read structures and patterns and try to use Elliot. If one thing's not right, the other won't be right as well. And if one is broken, everything will be broken. Okay, so it doesn't work. This is not my opinion. This is technical evidence. Okay, so let's go for the other one. XRP must remain above support at 48 or 43 for me to have confidence in this wave count. So here he has this expectation based on something that is not accurate, doesn't work, which is the support and resistance approach. Already talking about this, already explaining how it works. So it took me 60 seconds in this video. Okay, it starts at 1:32. Okay, and then I move it a bit forward to copy, to take a screenshot from this thing that is alpha. Okay, so some people call it as jumping Elliot or Elliot the fortune teller, and it's nonsense. Okay, because real Elliot waves will never return results like this. This is speculation. It's completely wrong. That's not even close to what real Elliott wave is. Okay. And don't take my word. This is not my opinion. If you don't trust what I'm saying, go and try to reach a pro or a expert on Elliot Waves. He's going to charge you around $500 an hour, and then he's going to teach you exactly how it works, okay? So, oh, and by the way, among the 80% people that are profitable in the markets, this is a joke, okay? This is a joke. That's not how it works, okay? But again, this is not my opinion, and try to reach a pro and ask him how it works. So now I will remove both. Just a second, I did it wrong. Hold on, so I don't forget. Just a second. Okay, so let's start with his counting. So he used this. 1, 2, or maybe it's a bit ahead, and then 3, and then 4. Okay, so what is the problem here? There's a big problem, and it is, so in technical analysis, we are talking about numbers, okay, and the behavior of numbers. If something starts wrong, it is 100%, it is going to be 100% wrong by the end, okay? So there is no way to start wrong and end up right, or start right and end up wrong, okay? So the very first thing that I notice is this mistake right here, okay? And why? So let me show you something. When we so this setup, it's called the impulsive waves, okay? Which means it happens after a bull break or after a bear break, okay? So we need the 0 point or the source. Source equals 0. Then that's when the magic happens, okay? So it would be something like this, okay, right here. Oh, again, Elliot impulsive wave. Okay, so that's what he is probably talking about here. So here we have 0. I'm going to draw here on the right, and then we talk about it right after. I already did this a couple of times. I already explained it with details. Okay, so why 0? This whole structure right here is the source. Why is the source? Because there is bullish development here. It is a bullish trend, and we have upside movement. So why we so the very first thing here, 1 is always out, the source. As you guys can see, it's a marginal high, and this is a big trap for sellers and people calling for bear markets and etc. All the nonsense. And it's interesting to see such a claims, because they are supposed to be Elliot Waves experts, right? So I don't know what they are, what they still don't understand. But so 1, always outside the source. Then 2, a bit back. And this, folks, we are talking about a theory, which means it is not going to match to be able to be applied into every scenario out there. Sometimes it will work, other times it won't work, and it is what it is. It is a theory, okay? 2, inside the source, or 0, just a little bit. 3 is the most profitable wave, always. 4, a little correction, and then 5, the final run. The smart money, most of the times, plays here and here. And the dumb money plays here and here. So they are caught into those short corrections, and then they go down or end up liquidated or stopped, and then the thing goes up again and again and again. This is no news as well. This is nothing special. It happens all the time. So how we can have one and two and three and four dealing with two different structures? It is not possible because we can use a single setup for two structures. It is not going to work. That's not the way to apply Elliot waves. So this guy right here again. So let's take out this one right here, and let's follow the idea. So this structure right here was the first one, and then this is the source of a bullish trend. Okay, so 0. What the next numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 must came after it's out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, just like the 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's simple like this. Okay, but then believe it or not, the majority of mistakes when it comes down to Elliot waves theory, it's because people doesn't know how to read pivots. They don't even know or understand what it is, and they don't know where to place 0. Okay, there are multiple reasons to explain this, so I'm not going to jump into the in details, otherwise it's going to be a long video. But that's the roots of almost all mistakes here. So this is how this should be approached. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, this is a theory, doesn't mean it will always happen like this or always copy paste. No, that's not how it works. Okay, and just because it happened in the past, it doesn't mean it will happen in the future. So now this guy here, by the way, this is the proper way to look into XRP chart, this way. So doesn't matter where I replace 0 here, it is not going to make any difference. So this is the roots, 1 and 2. So at this point, you guys remember back in the day when I was talking about it would be amazing, it would be great if XRP can make a strong lower high. So what means a strong lower high? That we go up in a strong way against the previous high, but then we go down. Okay, so then we go down. So some people were expecting we would have moon just straight from no, that's not how it is going to happen. And especially after all the invalidation from the trial, you know, postponing over and over and over, so won't happen. Right now, at this point, we understand that this is 3. Okay, why? Because this is a lower high against previous one. It is not a strong lower high, but it's not a problem. And I'm going to show you why. So just let me show you right now. Back in 2015, the difference from this high to this high right here was 58%. and it is not going to change the final outcome. We were just talking about, let's say, best scenarios or scenarios to make a better technical point, you know, so for things to be way clear, because here we are dealing with a logarithmic scale, because otherwise we are not going to properly be able to work on this chart. And then some people may ask, oh, why? Because of this. You see? So that's not possible to work into such a chart. Whatever the market is, whatever the chart is, this is awful, okay? That's why we use the log scale, because there's a lot of details, a lot of hidden gems, a lot of key levels to look at. So again, oh, and by the way, let me finish this thought here. 54. And here we have a minus 54 and minus 40. Okay, so this is not bad. Could be better, that was the point, but it's not. Okay, no problem at all. So back in the day here, this was XRP was behaving such a poor way. And by the way, if anyone tries to apply a full setup of Elliot here, you are probably going to spend your whole life trying, because it is not clear. Okay, so it becomes irrelevant, and then we start to count pivots because it's way simple and way clear. Okay, but so compared with 2015, XRP is looking much better, you know, 14% better actually. Okay, so another thing, actually this is going to be tricky, but let me finish the thought here. So 0, 1, 2, we know this is a set point because there is a structure developing and it is not bullish. Okay, so I explained this in the previous video, so you guys can go there to have a better understanding. Expectation around 29, 31, 30, whatever. Not trying to nail anything here. April. Okay. So this would be November. That's kind of the expectation we have based on external events. Okay, so this is one setup. Okay, again, 0 from previous structure. Then we have 1 and 2. Why? 0, 1, 2. The break for 3 and 4 and 5. Whatever 5 will be. I'm not trying to nail anything, just explaining the difference here. And folks, this is just an example. Don't consider the numbers here, okay? So that's not what I'm trying to show you. You're not looking to targets here, okay? So looking for targets into a bullish trend, it's nonsense, okay? A lot of people will make mistakes that they will regret because they don't know what they are doing. So again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever 3 and 4 and 5 will be. This count right here is to only understand, or understand only, this behavior for the current pattern structure, exactly how it should be done with this guy right here. Okay, and then we go, and then so all those what they call sub waves, it's nonsense. And why? Again, they are lagging indicators. They must be after, or how can I say? It must happen and pass a amount of time before we can call it a wave. It is what it is. It's how it works. Because otherwise, and then they will say, oh, so this is subwave 4, you know, now we are going to zigzag straight into the moon, but then kaput. So this wasn't 4. Speculating on scenarios that are not ready, that are still developing, it's the roots of a lot of mistakes on Elliot Wave's theory, okay? And by the way, we could call it Elliot paradox, okay? Because people keep trying to nail the future, but whatever drawing line is in the future, that's the absolute nonsense, okay? That's nonsense and will never work. So now, the other claim, which is XRP must remain above support. There is no support for XRP at 48. Just a sec. Let's break this down. And 43. So some people will say, well, but it is a support. Well, it is not. And I already proved it with the method and the tools that I developed, that people try to understand things that they can't see, that they don't know. That's why they draw lines all over, squares all over. So things like this. Oh, this is a support. Okay? It is not. They are they are trying to make things they are trying to understand and look into things that they don't know, okay? So this is not an opinion. I already proved this. There are tools that I created and a method, okay? And it's not only for XRP, it's for all markets, everything that is trading, okay? So yeah. But here is his claims that XRP must remain above, and I'm going to prove to you that this is not a support, that's not where XRP will stop, and that this is not going to be alpha for XRP. And there is no such thing here as, let's say, to have confidence, or especially in this wave count, or trying to nail the wave. So this is nonsense, okay? One step at a time. So let's take a look here again. So this is a set lower high, okay? So this is it is not going to change now. It's the chances are below 1%. Only a external event could change this. But since the majority of people there are so hurt, so fragile at this moment, they always expect moon, that's it, the correction is over, let's go, no, we can go down, because they can't endure the pain anymore. And the next one is going to send all those people out to the market. They are going to sell their coins, and they will give up. They will say XRP is a scam. It's going to die, multiple year bear, nonsense. So the trash season will start soon. That's trash season before alt season, okay? So again, here we have a golden rejection for XRP, and not only XRP. Solo analysis on XRP are not going to work. Why? XRP is following Bitcoin. The crypto market is a risk market, okay, risky assets. The Federal Reserve will raise rates on March. This is a very likely scenario. So what is going to happen? The risky assets will be punished. But this is for a short period of time. So XRP is following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is following the US economy, if we could say. So Bitcoin is following Dow Jones. Okay, it's aligned with Dow Jones. When the US stocks fall, Bitcoin falls as well. So solo analysis on XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever, won't work. And when people talk about support and resistance, they don't understand those things. Okay? So even if XRP had, let's say, a strong, very strong support level, XRP is not going to overperform against the whole crypto market and the stock market, and especially against the dollar. Okay, so all those things are connected. They are all connected. And when people make solo analysis, oh, just a second, folks. So when people make solo analysis, they don't understand those simple things. And it is mind-blowing to me, you know. But so, golden rejection. So this is not bullishness. This is weakness in a short period of time. XRP went almost flat following Bitcoin. And Bitcoin went down following the US stocks or Dow Jones. Okay. So he's also not acknowledging that the interest rates will go up. He's not acknowledging that risk assets will take a big hit. He is not acknowledging that Biden is going to sign an executive order on February, it seems. That's what they said. So our expectations is based on this for now. But it could be March. We don't know, okay? So, but it is interesting. So let me draw this here for you guys to have a better idea. Let's say Biden will sign executive order for regulations on crypto around February 21. And here we have the Fed raising rates. So both events are close to each other, okay? And what we are expecting based on technical evidence. So it's not based on opinions, on guessworks, fortune teller waves. No, it is based on technical evidence. There is no opinion here. I already called for such a move. We go up to make a lower a lower high. So we go up a little bit. And by the way, we have the big boss, which is still the big boss in the middle way for XRP. This hasn't changed. Right here, 1 and 89, right? So this is the battle of midway for XRP. And just because it lost it here right now, remember, folks, how bullish triangles behave. So you see, there is no such a thing as support and resistance. Price will keep fluctuating around those levels. So the expectation here is for a lower high before the Fed raise rates. And then right after, we go down. Why I am acknowledging such a wild scenario on the way down? This guy right here. So here I'm going to measure in a not 100% accurate way. It is significant, but not 100% accurate, just for you guys to have an idea, okay? And this is an example, okay? So as you guys can see, even, of course, I'm not going to do this right now, but if we apply 2 or 3 different methods to find the outcome of this structure right here, it is not going to be into his support level, not in 1 million years or 1 million times. Okay, it is not going to be. Why? One of the reasons, it's still very close to this flat structure. Secondly, a minor breach and a straight move up could happen, yes, but as you guys can see, there is not a lot of room to properly go down before going up. So the interest rates going up, risk assets, we are talking about a risky market, okay? Crypto and precious metals are risk assets. They will take a big hit. Gold and silver will take a big hit. Palladium will take a big hit. Platinum will take a big hit. So why would XRP only go down a little bit? Doesn't make any sense, right? So from here to here doesn't make room for a proper move following other stocks, other markets, other assets, and the dollar is going to move big time as well. Okay, so all those things they are nonsense. Okay, because let's say XRP stops at 1 or 890, 92, whatever. Okay, if we went down from here, then we will need more room for the magic to happen. Would be dangerous, way too close to the previous low or bottom reversal structure, right? When we go up, there is plenty of room for a proper downside move without compromising the lower section, making what? Previous low, stronger, higher low. And this, folks, is what people still don't understand about the difference from a bullish trend or a bearish trend. Rules for Fibonacci, and goes on and on and on and on. Okay, so there is a lot of nonsense, and people. And by the way, what is probably the most interesting thing here is when we talk about technical fundamentals, some people will jump in and let's say, "Oh, you are wrong," like it is our opinion, but it's not an opinion at all. So, and then when folks make calls based on opinions, because there is no technical evidence, we don't have, there is no bear market, there is no bearish trend. And a fascinating thing is, they talk about a bear market, which doesn't make any sense at all, because it's like calling for the bear in the whole crypto sphere. And there is no such thing at it. It is not there. There is nothing, zero, absolutely nothing. And there are still people who complain about this. And after months and months and months, they still can't present a single piece of evidence because there is no such thing in the charts. And that's mind blowing. So, again, just a second, let me take a look on the thing here. Oh, and the last thing about his target, which is this. Let me see if I can make this right. So he's acknowledging, so he's even acknowledging XRP going down a little bit now, which is not going to happen. Or if XRP goes up and then he's expecting XRP to stop at his support level, it is going to fail miserably. Try 100,000 times, it is going to be, it is going to happen maybe 0.5%, you know, so it's nonsense. But so he's expecting 3 around 4, and then close to 3. No, 2 and something. And then he's expecting something around $8.70. Folks, this is utter garbage. Okay? Why? First thing, this is the jumping Elliot. Drawing lines into the future. So like this. Imagine I am claptrapping. Okay? So 0. Oh, that's how XRP is going to behave. This is not Elliot Wave's theory. This is nonsense. Okay, this is nonsense. This is not how Elliot Waves works. Okay. So now, let me take out this guy. In order to have a better understanding here, I will try to break this down in the most simple possible way for you guys to understand a little bit more of patterns and structures and outcomes, okay? So let's say we have a tiny triangle here. 1x1 or 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0. Three digits stands for all Elliot legs, the waves, okay? So I'm not going to jump into details, but yeah. So what means is, the first one right here could be a multiplied number or just a sum, okay, of one and the other. But just for the sake, I will use the multiplier and you guys will understand it. So, small structure, 1x1 stands for 1 as a strength. A bigger triangle stands for 1x2, that equals 2, that we have another 1. So that's a 2. Then we have a bigger one. And now let's jump into other numbers following a linear scale, okay? So 1 plus x, 10, that's 10. 2 plus 3 plus 4. Yes? No, 5, sorry. And now, just another one. So 10 plus 10 plus 30. So folks, all those people who are calling for marginal highs or a marginal bull break for XRP, they are going to have a surprise that they will never ever forget. They are going to make a big mistake, and so the sheep is still trusting the wolf. Okay, that's exactly how what is going on in the crypto market, and especially around the XRP. Okay, So let me give you another example here. So here we had 1,148 days. Okay, structure. So let's do something like this, just for you guys to have a better idea. So 1,148 days. So I will delete his expectation. I will add mine. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. This is just a idea, okay? There is a much better way to acknowledge this. And so this is just an example to match the triangles and the numbers, strength, power, etc., etc. So let's take a look. How many days? So here we will have to speculate because it still didn't happen, okay? So let's go into, oh, just a second. Okay, November 22. So we are talking about possible 1,771 days structure. Okay, now just a quick look here. So this is based on percentage, but no, not a problem. 110,000% up, okay, from the low. So folks, there is a lot of people talking about $5 as a target for XRP, $8, $13, and the ones who doesn't want to mention 13 because it would be a clear evidence that they are copying other people's idea. So they talk about 15 and 12 and 20, but their whole idea is following the $13 as it's planned. That's the whole thing about it. So just a quick example here, just a noob way to acknowledge this. Such ranges would be 4,540%, okay, which doesn't even get close to the targets that we are already looking at. I'm not going to share here because it will take a long time, but we have expectation. I already shared this many times, but yeah, not the video to talk about this. But so, folks, not a single one of those targets are valid. Okay, 5, 8, 13, 21. Not a single one is valid. Okay, another reason. Do you guys remember what happened here? So this is just an example. It's not a rule. So bull break, marginal high. Okay, so let's go here. Bull break, marginal high. Then we go down a little bit. Then we have wave number 3, which, if you guys remember, It's the most powerful and profitable wave on the whole Elliot setup. Okay, so this one alone, it is going to smash every single one of those pseudo targets. They are not even targets at all. There is no technical validation for any of these levels. There is none. Zero. Okay. But sadly, people are not interested into these things. And by the way, it's sad because people complain about a video length. You know, they want to understand, they want to make money, they want to be smart, but they can watch 40 minutes, a 40 minutes video, 1 hour and 30. So how people are expect to learn something? You know, so we go to the school for years to learn new things. And then people want to watch a 50 minutes video about something that is one of the most complex things to do out there in the whole world. And they want just to understand, oh, okay, I got it. That's it. Support and resistance, zigzagging, that's it. So this is also one of the reasons I'm not recording videos like before, and I will never do that again. By a matter of fact, I will slowly my activity. And because it is frustrating, you know, people don't want to learn, they don't want to understand, they don't want to think. It's sad, but it is reality. Okay, so yeah. So folks, that's it for now. There is in my previous video, I made a macro call. Macro calls takes time to develop it. So making daily videos or weekly videos, it's not necessary, it doesn't make any sense. Okay? I'm not here to enslave you guys to keep looking and watching my content. I want you guys to understand, to learn, so you'll be able to make your own decisions, you know, so you don't have to rely on other people's analysis. That's the whole point about this. Okay? I'm not selling a problem, okay? Yeah, so I think I covered the whole thing here. And yeah, so just one more thing, 48. Doesn't have to be straight one. And 43. Folks, again, how does a so far this is a triangle, okay, a bullish triangle, but there is way more information than this, okay. So how price behaves around it? By the way, so first I will do this one and then one at 89. So you see why the whole idea about support and resistance is nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense. Trying to trade things that are inside. It's nonsense. They will keep trading above and below multiple times. Okay, so that's when they call, oh, the support is broken. Then we go up, oh, it's not broken anymore, or the support is there, or it's not there anymore. So they never have a proper explanation, proper fundamentals to explain the thing. So yeah. Now let's take a quick look on 1 and 89 and then we will be done here. So the big boss for XRP is 1 and 89, not 48 and 43. Okay, so there is a thing here. So this, it's a realm. above 1. And this is the below realm. Okay, XRP is behaving here because we already have a trigger. Okay, otherwise it would be completely bearish. But this is a much complex thing, just for you guys to have an idea. This is about Aldebaran and Orion. But yeah, so it will take some time to unfold soon, but not today or tomorrow or next week. I'm going to make a video, one last video to explain it. And yeah, okay. So folks, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this can explain some things. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.